Japan is in love with vending machines.
Oh, I mean, you can't walk 5 feet without seeing a vending machine. It has the highest density of vending machines in the world.
Brett Plotz is a tour guide for Inside Japan Tours and an American expat living in Japan.
You can find anything in vending machines. Pizza and fish. I bought cassette tapes. I bought an entire suit out of vending machine.
Toy beetles, milk, COVID tests, you name it. You can find anything and everything in Japan's 5 million vending machines. But the country's relationship status to the vending machine, a fluorescent symbol of Japanese culture and technological prowess, may be going from in a committed relationship to it's complicated. You see, the vending machine has been a great partner to Japan. It was there during Japan's post-World War economic boom when machines helped the country's burgeoning population move from point A to point B quickly by dispensing train tickets efficiently. The beloved robots have also been there during devastating natural disasters.
When, for example, an earthquake or tsunami happens, they get switched to free. That way people can still have access to water and the goods inside of them.
And these automated kiosks have even helped Japan during the pandemic. When businesses and restaurants face shortened hours and a smaller workforce, some turn to 24/7 vending machines with lower overhead costs to keep their businesses afloat. But there's one big thorn that's increasingly difficult to ignore.
Japan has a long way to go when it comes to reducing plastic.
Japan is the second largest producer of plastic waste in the world, behind the United States. And the average person in Japan goes through 183 plastic bottles a year. While vending machines aren't solely to blame for this, a glance at what's inside one of them will tell you they're part of the problem.
If you look at the kind of beverages that are produced, about 3/4 of them come in plastic bottles of some kind.
Eiko Maruko Senior is a professor at Williams College and author of the book Waste: Consuming Post-War Japan. She's very familiar with Japan's plastic waste problem.
Vending machines are popular for lots of reasons, but one of them is they're very convenient. They're very fast transactions. It's great for manufacturers. It's another way to sell their products. Low labor costs. They make sense in Tokyo with relatively high real estate prices too. But they do encourage a kind of consumption, a disposable consumption that does generate a lot of waste.
In recent years, Japanese residents have shifted their reliance on vending machines, but not necessarily for environmental reasons. In 2008, age verification to buy cigarettes at vending machines was introduced, slowing sales and causing more than 500,000 of this kind to close. But the food and beverage types have thrived, especially during the pandemic. And the novelty ones that sell unconventional items are still a must-see destination for tourists. So the government has stepped in. In 2018, Japan announced a proposal to reduce the country's 9.4 million tons of plastic waste a year by 25% by the year 2030. And the beverage industry is taking action as well.
So it's actually just recently, in the past couple of months, that the beverage industry has come out and said they want to get that plastic reuse rate up to 50% or so by 2050.
Currently, the reuse rate is at 10%, but it's not because Japan doesn't like to recycle. Japanese people actually have an extremely high recycling rate of 93%. That means they throw the plastic bottles in the recycling bin, but only 10% of that ends up getting recycled, in part because people throw other things in the bin that contaminate the plastic waste and make it difficult to reuse. That's why the Japan Soft Drink Association announced plans this year to install smarter recycling bins next to vending machines in Japan that use artificial intelligence and cameras to sort waste appropriately. Installing recycling bins is one thing. Reducing plastic use in the first place will be another. That will require a larger cultural shift, according to Eiko Maruko Senior.
All of that is to say that a lot of the plastic waste that is generated has to do with kind of cultures of disposability and convenience that's similar in the US as it is in Japan.